Can you settle your case directly with your company after you have a maritime injury? In this video, I want to explain to you what happens when an injured maritime worker tries to settle his case outside of court and without an attorney. Now, there are a couple of points to keep in mind that are very important. The first is, are you physically able to go back to work? Because once you get injured, as maritime workers, usually a large amount of damage that you're going to suffer relates to your ability to go to work in the future and how much can you make. So one of the big questions you want to ask yourself is, can you go back to work? Second thing to keep in mind is, have you figured out fully the full nature and extent of your medical injury or injuries? What I mean by that is generally, do you know if you need any type of surgery? Have you had a lot of tests done, like MRIs, CT scans, to figure out how badly injured you are? And that'll let you know with a good doctor that you trust if you do need some sort of treatment or surgery in the future. So keep in mind, can you go back to work? How bad are your medicals? Another thing you want to keep in mind is the company going to bring you back to work? This is usually a red flag and sort of a hot button topic. What I mean by that is companies will very often say, we want to get your case settled up and then we can get you back to work. I always caution people, especially potential clients of ours, I always caution them to be real careful when the company is saying, in order for us to get you back to work, we have to settle everything up with you. Because a settlement, a release that they would make you sign, is final. That means you cannot go forward with any more claims for medicals, you cannot go forward with any claims for wages if you're not able to continue working with the company. So the third thing to keep in mind is if they're trying to bring you back to work and saying we need a release in order to get you back to work, that is absolutely not true. You want to be careful if you're trying to settle your case with the company in that regard. Another last idea to keep in mind if you sit down and try to resolve your case with your company or the adjuster is that typically the adjuster or your company, they are not going to be able to offer you usually more than about $25,000 to $50,000 or $75,000 usually is the most that these adjusters will be able to get authority for. You do not want to give a number to the other side usually, and the reason I say that is if the settlement talks fall apart and you do have to hire an attorney, it's best not to have put a number out there on your part. I recommend the best practice is to simply tell the company or the adjuster, make me the best offer you have in writing. And I'll say that again, just tell the company or the adjuster, make me the best offer you have for my injury. You know my medicals, you know what happened. You tell me the most you're willing to offer me to settle. You can take that to an attorney. You're welcome to call us if you have that and talk with us about whether we think that's fair or not for what you've been through. So keep in mind, generally though, the adjusters cannot get more than about $25,000, maybe $50,000, maybe $75,000 in settlement. If you have a serious injury and you're going to be out of work and you've had a surgery, that's usually not going to be anywhere near enough to compensate you. So hopefully this video is helpful. Hopefully it's given you some things to think about if you are trying to resolve your own situation with your company or the adjuster directly.